Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Green Border. And this is a new harrowing drama from director Agnieszka Holland, who is a pretty well-renowned filmmaker in Poland with films like Spore, and this one is a 2.5 hour epic of a film that focuses on the border crisis going on between Poland and Belarus, and focusing on refugees coming up from Afghanistan and Syria and trying to enter into Poland so that they can make the European Union, and the horrible things happening to these people done by the Border Patrol. And this film hits on certain different layers in terms of this story, because you have this Syrian family and these refugees struggling. You have this English teacher who is now an activist and is really trying to make some kind of difference with a group of other activists, while also, getting on the wrong side of the officials in the government. And then you have this Border Patrol officer who's dealing with the backlash of him trying to do his job and also do right, and also feeling the effects of the reputation that is building when it comes to the people who do his job. And this film comes roaring in there in this opening act with this family, this very intense, brutal sequence of seeing these refugees struggling at every turn, trying to make things work, and trying to get closer to Poland, being abused by the Border Patrol, who do some horrific, inhumane things to these people. There's layers of the struggle of their own faith, and these layers all add to a very compelling story. Now, this is told in chapters and sequences and bounces around. It shoots to this Border Patrol officer whose wife is pregnant and dealing with those layers, and then this group of activists and who are, getting on the wrong side of the Border Patrol, and them feeling that crackdown of government force and being arrested and stripped and stuff like that. This film, I do feel like, gets a little long in the tooth in terms of this 2.5 hour film, and also it struggles a little bit in pacing, because you go from this roaring, powerful introduction to being yanked back into these introductory stories about these side threads, these subplots going on that are parallel to the struggle of these refugees. And it slows the pace down, it grinds it to a halt, and these stories are not as interesting as the stories in this harrowing journey that these refugees are going on. And in execution, Holland is able to find the drama, the tension, the suspense in each of these threads, but it's hard not to notice just how unequal they are in the impact that they're having on this overall story and the overall engagement with the audience. Now, Holland is an incredible filmmaker, and this film is absolutely gorgeous. It is striking. This black and white cinematography is just beautiful to look at, and also this stark contrast. Tomasz Naumiak, who is the cinematographer, is able to capture so much. The score from Friedrich Verchevel is emotive, and you have these elements, these technical elements that bolster the suspense and the tension and the drama and the emotion of this journey. And it has quite the punch at the end when it shows this little coda of what happened when Ukrainian immigrants tried to get into Poland after Russia invaded, and this stark contrast between Ukrainians being let in with open arms and all the harrowing things that these Middle Eastern refugees had to go through. And it's kind of damning to see, and Holland knows exactly what she's doing, and pulls no punches. He has no qualms with showing just how horrific and terrible this whole entire situation has spiraled into. This is an eye-opening film that puts a giant spotlight on probably something that most people around the world have never heard of or really thought about. And this is one of those kinds of films that feels important because it is shining a light on something that is so inhumane and horrible. But all of these performers bring so much to these roles, this authenticity, this emotion, and help breathe life into this story. And Holland, directing this through, crafted a really impressive and very poignant cinematic experience. But those are my thoughts on Green Border. Let me know what you think and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.